2020. And the conversation on the big question this morning is root causes and solutions to trafficking of women and girls in Nigeria. And my guest this morning is Kehinde Okorafor, founder, Elegant Foundation and Young Widows Might. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us this morning. You came in pretty early, and thank you for staying by till this time. But it's good to have you here this morning. I want this conversation to be very, very open because I feel like a lot of people need to understand what trafficking is. A lot of people still do not understand it. There was a movie recently that was on Netflix, early this year, a Nigerian movie that spoke about trafficking. Showed us how people pay for themselves to be trafficked out of the country. And the regular stories we usually hear is, somebody comes from Italy or comes from somewhere, comes to talk to the family, and then comes to say, I can make your daughter have a better life or your son have a better life. And then they convince them to give them that child. But the Olotore movie actually showed a different side of that story, where we see women and young girls wanting themselves to be trafficked out of the country for a better life. As somebody who has a foundation that deals with issues like this, how do you describe trafficking to somebody, the experiences you've had, the stories you've heard?
Okay, thank you so much. Like you said, my name is Kehinde Okorafor, the founder of Make Me Elegant, not Elegant Foundation.
Okay.
And with my experience, I found that some of them, willingly, because maybe they told them that they had a better life out there. The most, because sometime, and I was like, why did you go? She said, right from when I was young, I did follow my parents how to watch TV, to watch TV in people's houses. Then we go there to clean their houses, sweep, help them out, and we get paid. I didn't even go to school. And one day they're coming on Okada, and the car hit them, and the mother died instantly. The brother was, I think, looking to meet every month in Nigeria. Let me go. That was how she was trafficked out. But most of them, I can't really blame them.
Yes.
They are looking for greener pasture. Nigeria is hard. We should just thank God for our life. Nigeria is some people. Nigeria is very hard. And some of them that travel to Saudi Arabia, they said they give us option to go to Libya, to go to Oman, to go to Saudi Arabia. They said they pick Saudi Arabia because they believe it's only land. So that's it.
All right, this is Relay Radio WFM 91.7, and we're having a conversation this morning with regards to the root causes and solution of trafficking of women and girls in Nigeria. If we begin to look at some of the root causes of why these things have thrived, can we really blame it on poverty for people leaving the country to wanting to be trafficked?
Number one is poverty.
Okay.
Number one cause. Sometimes when I post them on social media, people blame them and said, "Are they looking for? Why can't they stay in Nigeria?"
Okay.
I've now asked them and said, "Thank God for your life because you have the opportunity." Some people doesn't even have the opportunity to go to school. Some people doesn't even have the opportunity to have a good family. Good family too matters. And some people also, they have not even in their life counted 20,000 naira. And on the vulnerables, somebody will now come on me and say, if you go to this place, they will give you 100,000 is a big deal to them. Why some people will give 100,000 out as gifts? As gifts. I don't know one time, if he was telling me, he said, how can you be buying Domino pizza 77,000 naira? You can use that one to buy this, you can use that one to buy it. So I think I'm going to blame it on poverty.
Okay.
But in Benin,
Okay.
I don't think it's poverty.
So every perspective has to.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanted to give an example of Benin.
In Benin, their own is because maybe Amaka in the next house is in Italy, and she has built house for the parents. So you two you can go. Sometimes their parents know what they are going to do. In Benin, their own is different. I'll give you an example. Last week, there was this man they put on social media. This mock news. They put the man on social media, and the guy was like, "I'm coming to meet you. Where you own?" This mock news. They put the man on social media, and the guy was like, "I'm coming to meet you. Where you own? Your own day too much." Without reading the comments, and I was like, do you know that the last time I went to the passport office, they were asking me my age. They asked me to go and bring my birth certificate. They were saying you look younger. You know. And even the guy that is writing the rubbish doesn't even know that now, because I remember one time when we wanted to work immigration, because one, they can just help us look at the age, ask them some questions. But Nigeria doesn't even understand why they are asking them some questions. Because in Benin, they will be 17 years and they lie that they are 25 years old. And if you are more than 18, they believe you have your choice to go. But now they can help us, ask them questions. Even tell them, do you know that if you go to this place, this is what will happen to you? Immigration officers can do that for us. But now, Nigerians are looking at them as they are very wicked. They don't want to give them passport. By the Babangida passport office, I read the comment and I was like, God, what is going on? I had to go and have my own comment and said, I work with this man. When the work against trafficking in Nigeria started, this man is a good man. That is asking you a question. You have his reason why he's asking you. Don't blame him. And don't look at him as a bad man. Another example I'll give you. I was traveling with one of my staff one time, and I've gone, and she was arrested, and they handed her over. She came with me to NAPTIP. That was the first time I'm hearing about NAPTIP. And they were asking me, you look so young, are you sure she's not traveling with you to traffic you on child labor, no prostitution? I said, no. Nothing happened. Ask her to go and call her mom. They collected her certificate when she served, birth certificate, NYC certificate, at least to be sure that no, this girl, she's not being trafficked out of Nigeria to do something else.
When you mention NAPTIP right now, because I've had the opportunity of speaking with the DG of NAPTIP several times on the radio, and she has spoken with regards to how they qualify NAPTIP with the work that is being done by NAPTIP. How do you quantify the work being done by NAPTIP?
Yes, I think they are trying, but they still need to put more effort. I remember when we wanted to rescue from Oman, I contacted one of their staff. I said, what can you do to help us? He told me, said, between me and you, just try and raise our money for tickets. There's nothing we can do when they are over there. I think this should be between me and you. Just try and raise our money for tickets. There's nothing we can do when they are over there. I think they should be able to help them when they are over there too, when they are in distress. So many of them are in distress. So many of them are in distress. And NAPTIP doesn't even know most of the things that is happening to these young girls. I remember the Lebanese case. We have to hire a Lebanese driver. Very nice man. Do you know what we go in there and rescue them hard from their slave master? They just pretend as if they want to go and throw trash away, and the man will be waiting for them. And immediately they enter the car, the guy will take them to the embassy. Sometimes the embassy will tell them, go back.
These are very, very conversation that we're having this morning. But you can be part of this conversation on Women Radio 91.7, 25 minutes past 9 on the radio. We are having a conversation on the root causes and solutions to trafficking of women and girls in Nigeria. And Kehinde Okorafor is who I'm speaking with this morning. So the phone line is open, 07000 917 if you like to weigh in on this conversation. What do you think are possible solutions? But even the fact that there's stories everywhere to people have come back to say, oh, at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Why is it that this is still very dominant in our society of today?
That I want to go back.
Yes.
And the media decided to connection us. And we've been able to, we empower some of them. And I remember I even traveled with like 3 of them to South Africa last year. I traveled with them not because I'm rich, but I traveled with them because I just want them to know that you can actually hold your travel document and travel in a genuine way. But they've had a lot of a bad experience, over the one was his leg was amputated. Then the other one will tell you they make me to be sleeping with different men, But I think the way I even as busy as I am, make sure I talk to them. I tell them when you get to Nigeria, don't worry, we're going to empower you. I assure them that you are not coming. When you come back to Nigeria, you're not going to be hidden. And I stay by my word. And some of them, when they are coming back, really, where are you? Okay, I said, meet me in Ife. I'll take them to an office or North Ife. Baba will play with them, joke with them, laugh with them. I said, so how did you get to Lebanon? But look, they ask you, no money, when you get there, do you have a certificate to work and earn 200,000? But I've sold you. And we promised when all of them came back, we empowered them. And on Friday, they asked us, we trained them. On this Friday, Baba called me and came out, I should bring them so that we can empower them. But we can only do it for free, we are not governments. So the 40 we feel we can help, those are the ones we're going to help. So government should see to it in helping them.
All right. What do you think about parenting? Because a lot of people have attributed trafficking with lack of moral upbringing in the home. Do you agree with this?
I've heard some cases where mothers will be telling their kids not to come back, their daughters not to come back, and said, I even heard one that was telling the daughter, because your guy's husband is looking at you, I'll go to one and far. The man will not look at you again. He won't touch you again. Stay there. So sometimes their mom will ask them. There's a lady that just came back from Oman 2 days ago. The father was shouting on her, and she should stay there. And this is the girl that if she sneezes, blood will be coming out. I have to call someone in Oman, in Saudi Arabia, that can speak her very well. We called the boss and said, I'm calling from Nigerian embassy. We want that girl out. We want her to come back home. He said, he doesn't have money. He said, okay, don't worry, we'll pay for her ticket. Let her come back. And she's back.
These destination countries where all of these girls go to, you have a few places. What is the problem with are these things legally allowed in some of these countries, or these are done in the back end of these countries?
I think in Saudi, yes, because I have to sign contract for 3 years. Even in Lebanon, they'll sign contract for 2 years. Because I remember when we were talking to one of their bosses in Lebanon, he told us that he bought her for $10,000. So if we want her to leave, we have to pay for that money. But how many people do we want to be paying for? So the only thing we can do is escape route. Let them run out of that place. The when they are coming back, some of them face problem. They will arrest them at the airport and they'll take them to the prison. And that's why I really want to appreciate the Minister of Women Affairs, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the Nigerian Embassy in Lebanon. At the point, they have to stand up on their feet. I remember there is one that the madam went to the embassy and said, oh, she must follow her back home. And the staff in the embassy said, no. Our government said, no. None of our girls should come here again to do house up. She's not following you back. So the day the girl was going, they arrested her and they took her to prison. They stood for her. Said, no, she's coming out of this prison because she didn't steal. She said she's not working again. I have not been paying her for 6 months. They said, but I bought her. I said, no, we don't want. So I think now the embassy are, they are trying.
Okay. Now let's look at people who are the ones who are orchestrating, because I'm very much aware that trafficking is a multi-million-dollar business market, and a lot of people, not just Nigeria, Mexico, and like you said, it's not just trafficking them for prostitution. And you also give the example of people have been trafficked for the harvesting of their organ. What do we do to the people? How do we begin to address these issues among the people? Because somebody that is going to convince me is not going to be white, it's going to be black like me. Somebody who knows my culture is the one that is going to say, oh, okay, there is an opportunity. You gave an example of a girl from her church who was spoken to. What is being who was spoken to? What is being done to begin to get these people apprehended or even arrested, or begin to see how we can block these channels that these people are making use of? Because like you said, to the passport office, most of them are going through land borders, some are even going to the airports. What is being done to apprehend the orchestrators of this crime?
Guys, people trying to investigate when he was there. But the guy they said we should go and pay to, I just told Doing, I said, if we don't want to lose our lives, let us just drop it. So I don't even like to talk about that. Sometimes just keep quiet.
But if we keep quiet, if we say we should keep quiet about these people, I'm sure we're looking at the fact that, these people are most likely highly connected. They know a lot of people, but keeping quiet is putting us on a bad light to the world. A lot of times we see the number of women and girls who's almost looking like all the efforts being put in, there are no results because it still keeps going.
There is no security in Nigeria, and I don't want anybody to waste me or to waste my children. So I'm still going to keep quiet about that. The only thing we can do is the awareness. Don't let anybody cajole you. There's no greener pasture anywhere. How can you even be going to Lebanon, Oman, and Saudi Arabia? And most of them feel that they are going abroad.
Of course.
So that's the joy. And they're inside the plane, we feel that, okay, they are going for a greener pasture. And to some of them, it pays them. They come in with money. Like some of the girls are coming back from Dubai, Saudi. It's like, I said this time around, if you go, and again, what government can do is that all this red flag country, like what Ethiopian government did, they have their embassy stop, don't give our girls visa again. And from the airport, you can't go there. From the airport, they will stop you. From the airport, they are going to stop you. I remember one time I was talking to a staff of MAPTIP. I said, we can't stop them because they're over 18. I said, but sir, if you put this thing into law, you can stop them. So if government feels that at 18 years you can make your decision and go anywhere you are going to, that's a problem. But they can actually be stopping them.
Can we have more? Because we have a lot of this. The issue of trafficking is not just Nigeria, it's not just Africa, but like you said, if what happened in Ethiopia, where they no longer issue visa to these red flag countries, and even some of these red flag countries, what are they also doing to this particular issue? Why are these laws not being abolished? Because this is 2020, there's civilization happening globally. Why are we finding it difficult to say, let's abolish these policies, let's abolish these laws to make things right for the people of the world?
I don't think they can abolish slavery because it has started over 1,000 years ago. Well, do you know another thing now? How they traffic them out to Saudi Arabia if they are going for Hajj? They use that means too. So the only thing they can do is it lies with the government. Honestly, it's the government.
If we keep saying that everything lies within the government, and you've mentioned there's one point right now that the government can do, which is, okay, we can, if they are unable to put visa ban on these red flag countries, what else can be done to be able to reduce or even minimize or even eradicate this At least let the girls not come
Let
from.
them empower their girls. Let them make them comfortable. Nobody can come and cajole my daughters now to go to a man. They'll travel out of the country. Have you ever seen South? You can't see South Africa traveling, you know, everywhere. You can't see them. They don't travel like that because our government make them comfortable. If our girls are, it's not only girls though. There are guys too that traveled. It's not only girls. Some of them are lucky. When they get to Libya, they will cross. Some of them died on the way. Some of them even died while they were going on the desert. Some of them, most of them died. You know, and it's even our people here that sells them. You were saying something. You were saying something and said, "What can we do?" When a pastor service card join the church member, most of them will tell you it's their pastors. Or someone that said, okay, protect your citizen now, and it will now be the one that they will pay to. Or at the embassy, they will bribe them. They bribe themselves through at the airport.
Root causes and solutions to trafficking of women and girls. It's even rated on FM 91.7, and the conversation here is about route on a fast lane, and there's no way to slow down. How did we get here?
Poverty. What is it? Poverty, no job, nothing to do. Some of them go to school. Even if they can even cajole somebody with BSc, that when you get to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, you're going to be teaching their children how to speak English. Somebody with BSc in English. She travels just because she wants to go and work down and get money. If there's job for her here, she won't go. But now, you know, always encourage all these young girls. You can have a plan B. Some of them too are lazy. We've seen so many of them that started something little and they grew big. You know? Sometimes I'll say don't blame them, but sometimes I want to blame them. Why must you go through the hard way? And even in Lebanon, some of them are into prostitution. They travel probably because they want to go into prostitution. So it is I don't even know how government is going to do it, because some of our girls too, I don't know their exposures. So anyone that wants to listen to them go genuinely, and they want to us, we will support them genuinely on what to start up on a business. We talk to them. What do you want? You can start small. You can be doing your business. You don't need to have a shop. You can be doing your business online. You know, you can start business on zero capital. Some of them genuinely they want to work, and some they have their reason why they want to do that. I remember the SSA Aspira Oyosi was telling me that, do you know one of these girls we brought back? He said, why did you bring me back? I want to go back. I said, She said for 2 days she was surprised, you know. And sometimes some of them have this sense of entitlement. They be telling, why did you bring us back? We know you cannot cater for us. I told you I wanted, I said, am I your mother? Am I the one that sent you to Arab country? You know, so some of them are wild, while some of them are level-headed. Some travel because of family challenge, no job, nothing. They are truly looking for greener pastures. So that's just it.
Okay. All right. I have Nkechi here with us in the studio. And Nkechi is one of our guests on our big question always, and she's also a counselor. And I think she has a few questions she'd like to.
So much, Mike. It has been really educative and eye-opening. So I wanted to ask you, this kind of job that you currently do, some people are scared of it because of the risk involved. Like you said, you don't even want to mention some names or go into some things just because of the protection of your own life. Has it been for you as a person and as an institution doing what you are currently doing?
So much. You know, it's safe for me because all I do
safe like you? Because yeah, we know that for some of this kind of work, the security state in Nigeria is not quite there yet. But what can the person do, and how was it for you when you started?
I started just so funny. I did a work in Ife 2 years ago about modern day slavery, and trial and tribulation with some of the girls and the young guys that came back from Libya. We empowered them, and somebody came to meet me and said, "Do you know your one of your friend's daughter is in Oman?" I was like, "She can't be in Oman. I can't be campaigning against it, and she'll be in Oman." And I got in touch with her. She told me that she's fine. I told her, "Really, these people are not nice. So if there's anything, just call me." I can say she was really the one that made me, get involved. I'm really involved with the women empowerment and my young widows, because like you said, I'm a father's mind, so I have widows are for these young widows, so they call me Yaopo, So, and BBC, when they came back, BBC now interviewed 2 of them, and they mentioned my name. I think some of them watched the interview, and that's how they started inboxing me, please help, please help. So that's how I got to know some of them, not that I'm really into it. But as a mother, sometimes there's a lady that sent a message and said, "I've been locked down in this room for like 4 months. Please, I want to go. Please, mommy, help me." And that's how I started, bringing them, and I created a WhatsApp group for them. I had them in the WhatsApp group. We'll talk to them. Okay, how are we going to do it? Later, I was linked to it one Alaji in Saudi Arabia. They will give me, say, "Please help us talk to this Alaji. This Alaji can help us talk to our in Arab." And another person that really gave me that push, that is a strong bone behind me, is the Fife. Sometimes I'll be sleeping. He would just send me a video and said, "Make me look. I check that video. I'll check it." I said, "Look for that girl." I said, "How will I look for? I don't know her now." Baba will tell me, "Go and look for that girl. Ask her what she wants." I'll send the video to the Alhaji and say, "Do you know this person? I think she's talking for Saudi." The man would send the video around and say, "Okay, this is the person." I said, "Okay, send us a picture. Don't cover your face." Only said, "What do you want?" They will tell us, "Okay, this is what they want," and he will try for them, try his best. At least 80% of them are now in Nigeria. You empower them. You train them. Last like 3 weeks ago, and he's going to empower them this Friday. Just on Sunday, he just called me and said, "All the girls will empower. Let them come to the we train. Let them come to the palace. I want to empower them." And he promised to build a factory, which he's doing now. Said, "Get that machine. I want them to start in a big way, not small." And he's building the factory now. So he really motivated me, and like a strong bone. And each time they're in Nigeria, I will take them. I'll take them to him. You give them money. Tell them to stay in the hotel, enjoy yourself, and go home. Anytime we're doing something, we go. When they're doing a lecture, they'll go with me. Baba will laugh with them and say, "You don't look like somebody that the traffic. You are too fine." So that's just it.
All right. I want to say thank you so much for coming around today. And this is like the first time we've had somebody who works in the agency who helps rescue girls from some of these red flag countries speak on the radio. I want to say thank you so much for the good work you're doing. God bless you, and God continue to strengthen you. And just know that Women Radio is always going to be here. This is family right now for you. Any final words you'd like to say out to young girls who are listening, who are contemplating putting their life on the line?
Okay, there is no greener pasture anywhere, and Nigeria is good. I remember when I went to deliver my twins abroad. I remember the man that said, "I can't live here because their lifestyle I don't even understand." I gave back to twins. They only give me £5. I said, "I'm in Nigeria, twins. I will see a lot of money. Forget about Nigeria. We give and we are nice." I'll go to some people and say, "Your belly is too big." My landlord will talk. I said, In Nigeria, we're so receptive, we're nice people. That if you know what you are doing in Nigeria, you will make it. Just Bible says study to show yourself approved. There was a site I was online, and I saw some things they manufacture in China at 100 naira, 200 naira. That when you bring here, you can sell. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. And I go into that site, the 7,000 pieces, 100 naira, that's 100,000. If you buy that, you have 100,000 naira and you buy, and you bring it to Nigeria. Let's say the landing cost of Nigeria is 200 naira, and you sell for 500 naira. Do you realize that you have made 300,000 on 200,000? And you have your social media there to sell. You have Facebook ad. You can promote your products. Nigeria is good. There is no greener pasture anywhere. And you look for a mentor that will mentor. I know some of your parents are not educated, but they should try and look for a mentor to mentor them.
Thank you so much for your time this morning. And this is where we call the show to wrap. I would say thank you for coming around. Also to the producer Esther Alaribe for being part of the program this morning. Let's have a beautiful 10 o'clock with the Radio Doctor, your free health consultation radio program. The Real Doctors advise real people. Good morning.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WFM 917.
Where the rush go like this now?
Imagine, I say some money give my pikin. They cost her me 50 naira debit alert where they call stamp duty. Yeah, they go there now I know wetin cost that one.
You don't know what is stamp duty mean?
Share letter one post.
Stamp duty no be about posting letter matter. The 50 naira na stamp duty levy wey bank dey charge on top customer wey do transfer of 10,000 naira and above from one kaka to another one. They also collect on top instruments like different agreement dem between people and company. Pay stamp duty and they make the document